Permalinks. Next, we're going to show you how to change your permalinks. The URLs of the content you publish on your WordPress website are known as permalinks. Permalinks are what people enter into their browser address bar to view one of your pages. They are the permanent link to a single page. They are also what search engines and other websites use to link to your website. Now, if you remember earlier, we created a post, and when you click on it, you see this URL next to it. It shows the URL, and then right after that, it says $p equals to 38. This is a lot harder for people to recognize, and it's also harder for the search engines to recognize what exactly this is. And of course, that would greatly affect people sharing your content as well as people finding your content through sites like Google. So, what we want to do is simply make this much easier for people to remember and clear for the search engines to understand what this page or post is about. So, next, click on Change Permalinks and then come down here to where you see post name and click on that and then click Save Changes. Now, if we come back here, we click on Update and you see that it's changed now to what the page is actually about. So in this case, it's called Today's News, which is much easier for people to understand or to remember, as well as for Google and the other search engines to know what the page is about. Change text. Now, we're going to show you how to change text, whether it's on a post or a page. So in this case, we'll pick Pages, and then we'll pick our sample page. Then we're going to click on Edit. Let's say we're happy with this text here, and we simply wanted to change this first sentence to say something like, "This is some new text." And so all we have to do is just highlight it. If we want to add more text, but say it's at the bottom of the page, we simply hit Enter and say something like, "This is more good text." So, once we do that, we click on Update and View Page, and we can see it says this is some new text. And at the bottom it says this is some more good text. That's how easy it is. Align text. And now, I'm going to be showing you how to align text so text would look good on a post or a page. I've put some sample text here for demonstration purposes, and by default it's going to be aligned to the left. But what we want to do is we want to highlight whatever text you want to change. Of course, that's the alignment in this case. I'll just highlight all of it, and then we come over here, and we can see when you hover over these different images can be aligned left or aligned centered and aligned right. So if we click Align Right and see it is there, then click Align Center, you'll see it gets centered. You'll see that everything is to the right now. Line breaks. In this lesson, I'm going to show you how to do line spacing in WordPress. If you look at this page right here, I just have sample text. I'm going to go ahead and click Update. And then we'll come over here and click View Page, and you'll see it has 2 paragraphs. Now with WordPress by default, this normally works just great. If we add, say, some more content and hit Enter, it shows up like that and it's got that space, right? Well, what happens sometimes is when you add an image, or you add a button, or you add other different kinds of code, then WordPress will not react the way that it's supposed to. WordPress can give you too much space or too little space. So what we can do is we can go over here to Plugins, then click on Add New, and we can add a great free plugin which is called Simple Breaks. With this Simple Breaks plugin, we can create our own breaks, as it let us customize the size of our actual space or breaks. So let's go ahead and go back over here. We're going to click on Visual now, and let's say we wanted this to be a bigger space. First, of course, update this page because it doesn't show the new install. So there it is right here. So let's say we wanted to do a bigger space right here. A good example of this is sometimes if you put a YouTube video right in here or a Vimeo into your pages, sometimes the text will be crammed right next to it. So what you can do is you can come over here and you can click on blank space, and then you can pick the size. So we'll do 30, which is a large space, and click OK, and then update, and then we'll see we'll have a bunch of space here, which we weren't able to do before. In other words, you couldn't do that without this plugin, Because if you just hit enter a few times with WordPress and go from visual to text, a visual WordPress will get rid of it because it will think you made a mistake because it thinks more than one line break is a mistake. So that's one way to do it. Another way to do it with this particular plugin, let's say we wanted a line break right here. We just come over here and we click on line break. As you can see, what appears is this bracket with BR and close brackets. This means we'll put a break there. So now if we hit update, we'll see about halfway through here as they give us a single break. Now, if we wanted this to be bigger, instead of a single break, have it to be a double one, we can say, I want it to be 10, and hit update, and then come over here and refresh. Now it's a bigger break. So this is a really simple software, really simple plugin, but at the same time, it's very helpful if you post a lot on WordPress, and you need to tweak how much space is in between the different paragraphs. Add media. In this case, I'm going to be showing you how to add a media file to your website blog. First, let's go here where it says New, and there's a drop-down menu. We're going to click on Media, and we're going to click on Select Files, and I'm going to pick this download.zip from my desktop and click on Open. Now, that's all it takes to upload a media file, and this could be for a lot of different reasons. It could be an audio file, or a video file, an image file, or in this case, a zip file. For example, say I wanted to give somebody a download link, then this is how I do it, of course. Now, the way to know where this download link is by simply clicking on Edit, and then right over here, where you see the file URL, this is the actual link to that download file, its location. Add video. Next in this lesson, I'm going to show you how to add a video to your WordPress blog. Embedding a video is essentially a two-step process. First, you upload your video file to a third-party video hosting service, like YouTube, Vimeo, or Wistia. Then, you copy a small bit of code that they furnish to you, and paste it into your post or page on your own WordPress site. Now, what I did is I came over here to YouTube and picked the video that I wanted to add, and we come down here to where it says Share, and then we click on Embed. Now, depending on the size that you want, you can pick whichever size from down here, or you can do a custom size. Normally, this 640 by 360 is fine. Click on that. We leave all these unchecked most of the time, and we simply right-click and copy for this code. Now, we come back over here. If we create a new page and we embed video right here, we have two different tabs. There is a visual and text, and we want to click on text, and then click within this box, and then right-click and paste our code. Now, we come over here and then hit Publish, and then we click on View Page. Now, we can see our video has now been added, right? So that's how easy it is to add a video, and it works exactly the same way, whether it's a post or a page. Create a widget. Now, in this last lesson, we're going to talk about widgets. A WordPress widget is a small block that performs a specific function. You can add these widgets in sidebars, also known as widget-ready areas, on your web page. WordPress widgets were originally created to provide a simple and easy-to-use way of giving design and structure control of the WordPress theme to the user. So, if we come over here and we look at this, we see on the home page here, we've got recent posts, archives, categories, and meta. Then come over here, and we can see we've got search recent posts, archives, categories, and meta. So if we want to get rid of any of these, all we have to do is simply drag it away. And now, if we come back here and we refresh the page, you'll see that those are gone now. Those were widgets. Now, we can replace those widgets with new ones, and we can pick from any of these. So let's say I really need to have that meta widget and I want to rename it to the admin area. Then hit Save Now, and we come over here, you'll see it's back. Now let's say we wanted to add one widget above this for options. All we can do is we can come over here and click on text and drag it up here and set it below what we wanted above it. And we can say join our newsletter, and then right here we would put our option forms. Now, I'm just going to say I need names and emails, so actually it can be a form. You need to grab a little bit of code from a software like MailChimp, Aweber, or GetResponse. But for now, I'm just going to put this as it is. If you want to add widgets in other areas, that's okay. You can add it on a page sidebar, a homepage sidebar, or even to a post sidebar. These are all done the same way. And then also you can add widget to a footer sidebar. So let's say we want to do add a widget of archives, and then we'll say we need categories to put it right below it. Now close it, and then we'll add one more meta just for the demonstration purposes. Let's call it admin area again. So now we come over here and we refresh. You're going to see at the bottom of the page here, we have 3 new footer areas. We could always add one more and refresh it. So this particular theme, and you'll find that most themes can offer up to 5 footers. So it's a nice look to add those widgets there. And you always have that option to add them in the footer or the sidebar, or specifically to the homepage footer, or just the pages of the site where you need them. So that's all from me. I guess your WordPress blog is fully functional now. I wish you good luck and all the success with your WordPress blog.